Good everyone, welcome to today's video. Today it's just going to be a nice relaxing battle for today. And this battle took place on the I think it was the 29th of February, if I remember rightly. Just one second. 28th of February. And I just walked in from a very long and tiring day from college, and I just thought, well, I want a plane that's nice and relaxing. I can take it out for a flight even when I'm tired. I can still have fun with it, can still do well in it, but I'll only have one game for the night. And well, this battle was completely unexpected because I'd literally just walked in. Still had a sore throat at this time during the when the battle took place. And it was a bit of a odd battle because there was a lot going on and a lot of things happened in a short space of time. Battle was around about 20 minutes, but overall, it was quite a fun battle. And this is my only game for the night on that night. And I managed to pull an ace out of it. And to be honest, I really didn't deserve the ace. I really didn't. But I was tired and I just used whatever brain cells I could muster that were remaining after my day of college. And I worked them to good effect. I mean, if you do not have this plane, the Palliers D510, I highly recommend picking it up. It is basically a D501 in tree with WEP. That's pretty much the only difference, but I have been able to get 20-degree climbs out of this thing. It is insane. But this is my only battle for the Thursday night of when this took place. I'm just going to go briefly over the plane in case you guys don't know anything about this plane. So I've not been able to find much about the model of D510, but your engine now produces a bit more power due to WEP. It has gone up from 820 horsepower to just a tad under 900. Trust me, you'll feel a difference. Your offensive armament includes two 7.5 Max 1934 machine guns. These fire very quickly, don't expect them to last. And you also are armed with a 20mm Hispano 404 cannon in the prop hub. Very accurate cannon, very nice cannon. Sometimes it sparks though, do bear in mind. Now Palliers does have a critical weak spot with its, I'll say intercooler, but your liquid cooling system is very vulnerable to taking fire from the front from defensive gunners. Your engine is also very susceptible to catching fire, and your pilot, due to having next to no armor, because there's only small armor plate in there, is very easy to knock out, as with most rank 1 planes. Your climb rate will match you with most monoplanes. You will outclimb biplanes in most situations. Above around about 15,000 feet, this plane will struggle. It can do it, but you won't be getting much in terms of speed. I was barely touching 200 at that altitude. But seriously though, this is some of the best 250 Golden Eagles you could spend in game. If you happen to go one step further, however, and you happen to have a bit more, about 400 Golden Eagles, get the Havoc. That's all I'm going to say. But let's jump in, because the flight performance of the D510 is basically the same as the D501. But there really isn't. That's literally the only difference. You obviously, well, when I got the plane, you could get it. I believe it was in 2017 when French tanks were announced. They let you get the H39 Cambronne, which is terrible, but they also let you get the Palliers for free. And as you can imagine, I was very happy with that. So I thought, why not? I might as well get the Palliers for free. It was one victory in rank 3 planes. Maybe wrong. Might have been rank 3 anything or just rank 3 in general. Yes, that B10B is currently excuse me. That B5 or B18 is inside of my D5. Well, I'm inside of him, which I thought was quite funny. But I really wasn't trying all that hard this game, people. This was just one of those games where you take out a plane that you know you could have fun in, you have a nice relaxing time, and I somehow got an ace in this battle. I don't know why, I didn't deserve it, I'll tell you that right now. But you can see here, the plane climbs perfectly fine at 20 degrees. Obviously keep the WEP on to increase your speed as you climb, 20 degrees. If you want to go one step further, drop it to 15 and WEP, and this thing will maintain around about 160 to 180 miles an hour in a climb. And as you can see here, I am above, well slightly above the Keep 43. Now Del Costa does turn for a head-on, obviously I don't mind it. I do score a single hit with the Mac machine guns, but even so. The D510's maneuverability is very good, however you will not be matching Key 43s in a turn fight. The BF-19B1 can give your plane a run for its money. But other than that, this plane isn't too bad. I really do like it. The main reason why I chose to fly it is because I still need to get the Mark of Distinction done. Now, I decided to target Anubis PT in his G50 because I figured he was an experienced pilot just by looking. I mean, he's in a German G50 before we moved to the Italian tree. I fire a single burst and it pilot snipes him with a 20mm to the head. And that is my first kill of the game. We lose an I-15 there to that Key 10. Shred him there with a 20 and the 7.5s. There's my second kill. Obviously, I'm looking around every so often, but I was tired after this battle, people. I'd had to do extra work at college. I had to help people at college. I'd had to survive a day with a load of idiots, as you can imagine. That's a lot of work. I mean, you have to survive a day in War Thunder with that crap, but even so. Now here's what I found funny here, is that Vlad Lupus is a level 40. He's in a Nimrod. And he's struggling to kill a KI-43. I crit him there. I don't know why I blew off. I think it was a flap. And I use the last of my cannon and finish him off. And for some reason he decides to still shoot the KI-43. I have no idea why. But now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to a funny moment that happens with this BF-19B. He is engaging the TB3 bots, and I thought he was going to come for a head-on with me. I wasn't going to take the head-on, but I was going to give him some pew-pews. The 7.5s don't do a lot of damage, but even so. I rolled the plane over nicely. He shoots down another TB3. He's firing tracers for some reason, and he ends up ramming one of the TB3s. Obviously killing himself, but killing the bots. I make a bit of a witty comment. That's one way to take out a TB3, which it is. I still need to fly my TB3 a bit more. Get the, excuse me, I was yawning then. Still need to take it out for the Mark of Distinction, same with this thing. And Vlad Lupus was that blind, he didn't even notice what was going on. Anyway, time to skip out a bit. So that KI-43 2 over there, Undead Soldier, you'll see him later. And for some strange reason, one of the better pilots on my team, named Laurentius Nobbs, he decides to go for an airfield strafe in an unarmored plane, which is very vulnerable to pilot snipes. Yeah, you really didn't help the team, did you, buddy? Yeah, I think not. But even so. This was just a nice, relaxing, fun battle for me. I mean, I'd had a long day at college, I thought I'll jump on War Thunder for a bit. Then I realised the time, it was 10:30, and I was absolutely knackered. And, excuse me, I keep yawning. Just so I don't want to make it obvious that I'm yawning. That's why there's a bit of break in the commentary here. But I spotted this H6K and I thought, oh, I'll go for him. I've only got machine guns, but might as well give it a try. And while the H6K is about as vulnerable, it's about as able to catch on fire as a candle. So, well, I should say a Roman candle. And he was about as much use to his team as a chocolate fire guard. 4th kill. Now we are going to skip ahead. Now I do get into a little bit of a dogfight with Key 43 there. And do you remember that Vlad guy? Well, he just went head on with the KI-43 thinking that was smart. And yeah, you didn't really help the team doing that, did you, buddy? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm completely out of ammunition, folks. An undead soldier is clearly thinking, Sim Simba, I'm coming for that booty, or something like that. And yes, that was my impression. And the SV2U pilot, hats off to you, Rodim Soshims. You are a legend. He goes head on with the Key 43. He doesn't even, it's not even in the Dash 3 variant, people. He's in the Dash 2 with just 230 cals. And he gets the Key 43 to sod off. He then starts turn fighting him. He actually ends up shooting him down. Which I thought was simply amazing. But honestly, this is quite a good battle in terms of not just teamwork, but it was just a nice, relaxing battle. And there we go. Undead Soldier just crashed. Radim got the kill. Legend, mate. Without you, I wouldn't have been able to do this battle. Well, I would, but I wouldn't have been able to land, is what I meant to say. I spot the final guy, which is a BR-20DR. Pretty decent Italian bomber. Well, it was. Especially after I dealt with it. He takes a bit of flak fire, making it easier a bit for me. Aimed specifically for the cockpit. Led it perfectly. Smacked him around the cockpit. Job done. And that is the game. Quite a nice surprise to come home to, isn't it? You come home after a long day of college, you have your dinner, you jump on War Thunder for about an hour, or about half an hour, I should say, and you get this out of it. Who wouldn't want that after a long day? I mean, yes, it was close to a loss, but I did well. I pulled my weight, and I got an ace out of it, so I'm well happy with that, as you would imagine. I believe I'm about halfway to completing this plane in terms of mark of distinction, but still, highly recommend getting this plane. It's one of the best French planes that I've flown. But yeah, I'll let you guys off. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you all on the next one.